Hey everyone, bang on 8 o'clock. Look at me go. Right, let me make sure this is working. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's already people here. Hey people, welcome. Hopefully it's working. Is it working? Am I there? Oh, yes I am. Hey, good. Hey everyone, welcome. Oh my goodness, you're talking about my favorite meal. Toad in the hole. Toad in the hole is my absolute favorite meal. Amy, I am so jealous of you for having it. Oh, I'm so excited. I need to have toad in the hole at some point. I mean, they have a plethora of sausages over here. I should be able to make toad in the hole. Hey everyone. Hey. Welcome back with your tea. Hello. See, I remembered this time to make an event. Maybe trying to be organized or something. How are we all? My goodness, the seat is uncomfortable. I look a little bit like rubbish, and I hope that's okay. I couldn't be bothered to put makeup on. I'm wearing a jumper that my mum made for me when I was 16, something like that. And it's huge. It's literally the same length as my coat. It comes down to about mid-thigh. And I have my pajama bottoms on. So we are very much in the comfortable zone. Although I can't sit comfortably on this seat. I think the table's moved. The table's moved more this way. I'll move it back before I film my podcast tomorrow. Hello. Yeah, you're not missing the live chat. You are here. You finally learned on it with even tension. Congratulations. 10 out of 10. Hello, Gemma. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. How exciting. Oh, there's more people here than there's ever been before. Oh, that does make me happy. Thanks for joining me. The boyfriend is out. He's playing his Dungeons and Dragons game. So I thought, let's hang out. PJs and baggy jumpers. It's the mood I was in today. I needed PJs and baggy jumpers today. Oh, Lynn, I'm so sorry to hear that you've put your back out. I hope that you're back on your feet soon. I love that a lot of people are in their PJs. It's like we're having a pajama party. In my PJs with a hair mask on. Oh, delightful. Your hair is going to love you. I need to do a hair mask on my hair at some point. Although now I've had it all cut off, it's not quite as in desperate need as it was before. And I've not bleached it in 3 months. More than 3 months. It's pretty good. Tie-dye PJs, amazing. You're cleaning your room, 10 out of 10. I hate tidying and I hate cleaning with a passion. So I don't do it as much as I should. As you can tell, I'm a clutter magnet. Mess and clutter seems to follow me around. I'm going to change the name of this video to the virtual pajama party. I hope nobody minds. If you were to refresh, it will come up. Isn't it Natter Live, the virtual pajama party? Woo! Oh, I've always wanted curly hair. Always wanted curly hair. And then I was born with straight hair. But then everyone I talk to with curly hair wishes they have straight hair. You always wish you have the hair that you don't have, you know? Tuna pizza, very nice. I had also had tuna for dinner. I had tuna pasta salad with a salad. Salad on salad. Because I'm trying to lose weight for my best friend's wedding. Layering your hair out so curly. Amazing. Yeah, no, I was born with this hair. This is my hair. I washed it this morning and then let it dry naturally. So it's a little bit frizzy because my hair is just naturally frizzy. It always has been, even before I dyed it. And then it's just kind of a little bit wavy, but not enough to call it waves. And it's really thin now from bleaching it so much, which is why I'm letting it grow. and retiring. I think I'm going to be slowly fading out the brightly coloured hair. I'm not going to do it all at once. Just slowly fading out the hair, which is really sad. I'm already sad about it, and I haven't got rid of it yet. So I've still got a while to go before I get rid of it. So don't panic too much. Oh, itchy eyeball. I love my curls, but they can be a real pain at times. Lol, hence the hair mask. Yep, I can see that. I can imagine that. Amy, don't panic. It's not all going at once. I've had blue hair since the beginning of November, and that's already too long for me. I haven't re-dyed the blue since I first dyed it for my night sky hair tutorial, or whatever I called it, when I did the black up here. I haven't re-dyed it the blue since then. It's still here. Lemon Midnight Blue from Directions doesn't come out your hair. It's faded a lot, but yeah, I need a new hair color. I'm going to dye it next week. I think I'm going to go for purple, just because it's really easy to do over blue. Because color wheel, I just have to whack red over the top of it, and that's fine. Yeah, my hair likes to cling on to blue colors. I don't know if anyone else's hair is the same. It's kind of annoying, and I have a really hard time getting rid of blue. So when people say, how do you maintain your hair color? I'm just like, I'm not trying to. Which Direction's color turned green? Because the ebony makes my roots look green, and I don't like it, but it's the best option I have. Otherwise, I walk around looking like this, and I can't stand having roots. It stresses me out so much. It's taking everything I have not to bleach my roots, but I know it will be better for my hair in the long run. But the Midnight Blue, I imagine it went green if there were some kind of yellow in your friend's hair. Because, you know, color wheel. Also, it's more like a teal blue color as opposed to like a true blue. But yeah. Purple is fab. Nice. I'm really pale too, which is why I quite like having brightly colored hair, because it means I can switch it up quite a lot. And the worst thing, people coming up to you and asking the same questions over it. Yeah. Yes. But the other thing is, when you're at a party and you don't know anyone, the number one conversation, because I'm anxious around new people. I'm not very comfortable around them unless I'm slightly intoxicated, and then I'm everyone's friend. But yeah, the number one conversation that people start with me is talking about my hair. So that's the thing that happens, which means it's quite a good conversation starter. I'm still not used to having short hair. I hate not being able to do anything with it. And I know it's not as short as some people's hair, but considering my hair was here, getting it cut to here in one go is such a shock to the system. Oh my goodness, yeah, is that your natural hair is a common question. I had a lady come into the shop that I used to work in and asked if my hair was a wig. Then somebody else who was from, I don't know, a different country, she was a tourist, asked if she could have a photo with me. So that was an interesting day at work. Yeah. Small children like to touch the hair as well. That's a thing that happens. And they're not very subtle. They're better in this country, but in England, they're not subtle at all. It's always, Mum, look at that girl's hair. It's either that or I just notice it more. Try half up, half down. I do half up, half down. I do. But then that shows off my roots underneath. I don't know. I hate yeah. Before my friend's wedding, which is in April, I am getting my hair dyed. It's okay. For me, it's, are you okay? You're really pale. Mine was always, growing up, not so much, well, as in when I was growing up, not so much now because I wear makeup, but it was also are you okay? You have really flushed cheeks. But that is that I naturally have quite a rosy complexion, not that you can tell in the terrible webcam camera that we got going on. Do you have people coming up to your curls and pulling them straight and letting go? Because I imagine that is really frustrating and horrible. I recommend, if you said your boss didn't hire a girl because she had pink hair, I recommend talking to your boss about wanting to dye your hair and asking if it would be okay before you just go and do it. Because the place that I worked, my boss had a lot of facial piercings, but before she knew that I had my nose piercing, I said, is it okay if I, have my nose piercing down? And she said, yeah, of course it is. How hypocritical would it be? I'm just like, you're the owner of the business, But I would say, hi, I'm really interested in dyeing my hair a bright color. I just wondered what the policies are for the company. And then, then you don't get in trouble because you're asking permission. I know it is terrible, and yes, you should be able to do what you want with your appearance regardless of your job, but unfortunately we're not quite in that stage. Hello, a lefty hand knitter. You haven't told me your name, I'm not quite sure. But hello, welcome from Baltimore. How exciting. Oh, as in from Hairspray. I love that film. I love Hairspray. I just cut 17 inches off. So wait, let me. No, wait, tape measure's gone. Oh wait, I have one. I have a tape measure. Sorry, I just need to quickly look up and see how many. 17 inches, 43 centimeters. Christ, that is a lot of hair you had to cut off. That's stressful. Good thing with Sweden is that it's illegal unless you work in healthcare, and then you have to cover them up for hygiene reasons. Oh, Akia. I'm imagining, not Aquila. Akia. Hello, Naomi. Cute, cozy, cute knits. Lots of new people here tonight. I'm loving it. Thanks for joining, everyone. Hey, Big K. I hope that you're well. Same with hair color. You look curvy. Like, well, clearly I need to move to Sweden. Although I don't know what job I'm going to be going for it back in England, so we'll see. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more row. Hey, Lynn. Our employee handbook states no unnatural hair colors. That's so sad because, well, it does depend on what job you do. Hey from Nottingham. How exciting. That's where I'm going to be moving to in July. The second way, like Aquila. Oh, okay, Aquila. Yeah. Hey, Helen from Nottingham. That is where I'm going to be moving to in July. And that is where I moved from when I moved here. I'm a bit tired, but 2 more days till the weekend. You can do it, Big K. Just drink lots of coffee/tea, depending on your beverage of choice. You can get through it. Have a nice early night. I have faith in you. You can make it to the weekend. Oh, that's really exciting. Congratulations, Diana. Make sure you look up, I don't know if like the whole health thing with bleaching hair has changed. Oh, the tape measure is right in front of me. Don't know if the whole health thing with bleaching hair has changed when you're pregnant, but I know that it used to be that you shouldn't bleach your hair if you're pregnant. So just make sure you look into that. But you said maybe I'll wait up till after the baby. You don't have too much longer to go. But yeah, congratulations on pregnancies and babies. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, that yawn completely snuck up on me. Had a nice day at school, our teachers are striking. Nice. Yeah, no, the hair dye is fine. You could just do that over your natural hair, depending on your hair color, if you don't want to bleach it. But yes, just yes, look into the bleaching. Because I don't really know how the whole body, baby, what goes on the outside goes on the inside. That I don't really know how that works. Of course, I don't know how that works. That's not my profession. Had a nice day of school. Yeah. What were they striking about? Out of interest. Plasma across in the future? Yes, potentially. Making crystal necklaces all day while you know. Very nice. Ah, I'm glad I could keep you company on your lunch break, and I am knitting too. What have I been up to? I've been knitting. Yeah, that's it really. All day. It's I'm kind of done with unemployment now. Well, no, not unemployment, self-employment. Kind of done with it. It's a bit old now. At the same time, I'm really scared about getting a job, so it's like blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, teachers never get paid enough. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous if it's anything like Britain anyway. But yeah, I've been knitting on this sock, and I've been knitting on another project, which I'll be talking about in my Crafty Chat podcast tomorrow. Because tomorrow is time for the podcast. And it's ridiculous. I can film the podcast, and that takes about an hour-ish. And then obviously planning for the podcast, which is fine. And then you edit it, which is once again like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how much I have to edit it. I have to watch the whole thing through, obviously. And then you got to save it, and then I have to condense it, and then I have to upload it. And all of that latter part can take hours, and I hate it. I hate it. What? Hannah, I'm confused about what you're confused about. I am Hannah. That is my name. Oh, Amy, I'm excited to see your podcast. Oh, you know my sister. Oh, that is cool. Sorry, I must have missed that bit. Hey. Yeah, no, people get our names mixed up all the time. We sound very similar. We act very similar. We look vaguely similar. I think we used to, but now I've got strange coloured hair and whatnot. So now we don't look as similar, but we act and sound quite similar. Yeah, no, Amy, I'm excited to see your podcast. Let me know where I can view it, because I do like finding new podcasts. That is something I enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm knitting the Weasley homestead socks, which you can't tell what it is, but it's basically, it's a free pattern. It's a combo of pearls and knits, which makes a quite skinny sock because it stretches, obviously, because it's like a ribbing. But you're meant to do 6 rows, knit 2, purl 2, and then 6 rows of purl 2, knit 2. And for some reason, from the beginning, I've been doing 5 rows. So it's like the slightly edited version of the Weasley Homestead socks. And I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to run out of yarn, but I don't, for the second one, because this is just the first one. I don't think it's going to. I can usually get 2 pairs of socks out of 50 gram ball of yarn. but we shall see. I'm a little bit worried about it. But yes, no, I'm really enjoying knitting podcasts lately. Although I have just got into it, a new to me show on Netflix called Weeds, which is all about somebody who gets involved with selling marijuana and whatnot. But I'm a little bit addicted to it. Knitting a pair of Hermione's Everyday Socks. Very nice. I haven't knit Hermione's Everyday Socks. Yeah, no, I've got contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. So this is my first socks I've ever knitted out of indie dyed yarn. It is really exciting. And it came with the mini skein. So the mini skein is like varying shades of grey, and it's sparkly, which is nice. And then the body of it is like pastel-y colours with black / grey speckles, and they're called Emo Fairy Dust, and I really enjoy it. And I just hit myself in the face with my cord. I used to get more practice making socks. I made a pair for my husband. They were 2 different sizes. Man, that's fine. Everyone's got 1 foot bigger than the other. Not a problem. I'm knitting your hand-spun socks right now. That's amazing. I'm loving seeing, like, spinning isn't something that I want to get involved in. This isn't the Barcelona yarn, no, but I have wound that up. I can't remember where I put it. I might have put it back in my bag, but it looks amazing. Yes, I love Weeds. Weeds is good. I think I'm on season 4. I only started watching it 2 days ago. It's a problem. It's kind of taking over from knitting podcasts. Spinning isn't anything. Oh, your novel, Naomi. Well, there we go. I know you. Well, I don't know you, but I recognize your Instagram. You tagged me in a what I'm doing now a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I followed you from that. Well, I'm going to rectify that. Yeah, spinning isn't something that I want to get involved in. It fascinates me. And follow. Nice. Spinning. Yeah, it fascinates me. I'm interested in it. It's not something that it's not anything that I want to do. So when I see people knitting with their hand spun, I always get amazed by it, because, like, that's cool, you know? That's like putting extra work into your knitting projects. Have I seen the new Sherlock episodes? I saw one of them. Sorry for my yawning. I saw one of them that was on over Christmas. I saw the first one that was on over Christmas, and that was super stupid. Was it the first one? Maybe I saw 2. I can't remember. It's not that I'm not into Sherlock, because that is a falsehood. But I never have really watched it that much. I enjoy it when I do watch it. I just haven't watched it, you know. My hair feels very soft. How nice. Doing a short day course of spinning. That's really exciting. How cool. I've done spinning before on, like, a massive, huge wheel at a farm that I used to frequent when I was significantly younger than I am, 12 or something. No, I can't have my hair up. It makes the neckline of this jumper look too. I need a necklace on. That's my mum's fault. She always used to say, I think you need a necklace on. So now I think I need a necklace on. I'd love to try spinning. It looks so calming, especially to dye my own yarn or that. Well, you say about dyeing yarn. Oh, in this bag down here. Oh, I did finish the socks for Mario. I'll show them in tomorrow's podcast. I've hidden them away in a drawer so we can't see them. I bought citric acid. That's German for citric acid. And I bought a pot to dye yarn in. I have measuring spoons to use for dyeing yarn. I'm going to try and open this door. Okay, I'll show you the socks now. These are the socks I made for Mario. Just make sure he's not coming home. So yeah, they're his birthday socks, so I get to keep these hidden for a month. Yeah, anyway, I have varying shades of dye. I have the prime colors, and I've got black, brown, and ecru. And then I have the yarn here. All I need is like a washing up bowl, and then I'm done. But I keep putting off doing it. You know, like I don't know what it is inside that freaks me out about dyeing yarn, but something really freaks me out. I think it's because I'm putting a bit too much pressure on myself because I want to start selling it. I have a great business idea. I want to start selling it, and I know it's really competitive out there, and I don't want to make something that looks rubbish. And because I hate failing. It's a personality flaw that I have. I get it, you learn from your mistakes, but I don't like to make mistakes. So yeah, that is why I currently haven't dyed yarn, even though I am desperate to dye yarn. Purling. Do the yarn dyeing class a few weeks ago. It was so much fun. I'm sure I have a blast. I know. I don't know why I keep having a mental block when it comes to doing it. To sew and sell project bags. That's cool. I've just put too much pressure on myself about it now. Maybe I'll try and do some on Saturday morning. Oh my goodness, I'm glad that the elephant was doing well. It's a motivational penguin. Thanks. It's a motivational penguin. I've set up the Etsy shop. I've set up the Instagram account. I have a couple of pictures on the Instagram account. I've set up the Etsy shop. I just need to talk to a friend or someone who can draw to design me a logo. Insert Shia LaBeouf again. Oh, it's Shia LaBeouf, isn't it? I say LaBeouf because, you know, French. And I speak French, you know. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I need to get a logo made and then I will be well away. Oh, and I need to actually dye the yarn. But I'm thinking that the yarn that I have isn't the most expensive. It's not the best quality. But it's softer than, say, like a Regia yarn or like any other commercial sock yarn that I have used. It's not as soft as this, but that's fine. So I'm figuring I could just sell it anyway as I'm practicing, so I'm not left with hundreds of skeins that I'm not doing anything with, you know? You know, he strikes me as a weird guy. I can imagine him being a little strange. I'm learning French, going student trip, exchange trip in March. Nice, where are you going? Right, where are you heading? Like, my French isn't as good as it used to be because now whenever I try to speak French, I end up speaking German. That's the thing that happens a little too often. It's kind of annoying. But I can speak French when I've had some alcohol. Once again, not very well, and I do end up speaking German. It's not quite like when I speak German when I drink alcohol because my German is amazing when it's better. Yeah, my German's pretty good when I drink, but My French, fun fact, I speak better French when I speak French with a thick English accent than when I speak French just how I would speak French. That's my fun fact of the day. Je peux parler plus de français quand je parle le français comme ça, mais je ne sais pas pourquoi. Pour moi, c'est plus facile. You see? Yeah, that is weird. I wish I could speak another language. I wish I could speak another language better. Yeah. Oh no, I meant to pearl. There we go. Yeah, no, it is pretty cool being able to speak another language. Oh, your mum. Your mum hears English, hears German, can understand German but can't speak it. Yeah, no, that is weird. I get it though, because I understand German more than I can speak it. If somebody speaks to me, I can, you know, understand it. Sometimes I can understand German but can't translate it, and that's a really weird and interesting moment that I didn't think was possible. My uncle on my dad's brother is a German and French teacher, and my cousin is really can speak French and Spanish, so I think that's where I get my language skills from. Also, just because, fun fact, I wasn't particularly especially good at anything in school. I was good at a lot of things. I was academic. I got relatively high grades. Yeah, no, French Canadian's really weird in comparison to French. Sign language, that's a really cool one to know. I wish I knew that. I thought I was going to have to learn it for one of my little cousins who unfortunately got meningitis, but now has cochlear implants and can hear amazingly, which astounding. I can't remember what I was doing. Anyway, bye. Have fun at the rest of your. Have a fun rest of your day at work. Thanks for joining us. Glad we could keep you company on your lunch break. I can't remember what I was saying. This is what happens. I get too distracted by other people talking. Oh my goodness, if I turn my hair back, can I make it look like I have a natural hair color? Oh my, what has my life come to? Yes, I can. Oh my goodness, that's when you know your roots are bad, where you can tie it back. Anyway, bye Naomi. Tell you what is weird, when you forget what the word is in your mother tongue. That's the weird one. That's really bizarre. When it usually happens when I've been translating between people all day. If I've been with German people and my boyfriend's been with me and I've been just translating the German into English and stuff, where sometimes I just forget words in English, and yeah, because obviously I'm going to forget words in German all the time. I'm not fluent by any means. How to get through a Skype job interview with Conservatives, grow your roots out. It's true, I could just like gel it down and just don't turn my head, look straight forward. Nobody would know any different. No one would know. Pro tip. Ta-da! My name's Hannah and I have natural hair. Secretly. I'm drinking green tea fudge melts by Twinings. I think it's like old now because it's not very fudgy or melty. It just tastes a bit like rose green tea. My mother tongue is Russian, and then I try to say it in English and my dad just stares at me confused. That's really funny. One of my friends came to visit me last week and she can speak 5 languages. I hate her a little bit. But what's really cool is she's Finnish, but she lives in a part of Finland where Swedish is the second language, so she speaks both Finnish and Swedish. Some days I'm better at English than Finnish. When I was at uni, my lectures were in English, my classmates were English speakers, Swedish, and got very hard. I can imagine that. Yeah, so she speaks Swedish, Finnish, French, English, and Russian. But she has a child who is almost 3, which is ridiculous how old that child is. But her husband is teaching the child, well, her husband speaks to the child in Finnish, and she speaks to the child in Swedish, and the child knows what language to speak with which parent, because they can both speak the other one. Her husband can't speak as good Swedish as she can, so that's why they're doing that way around. But for example, she once told her child, even when her child was like 1-ish, or like 1.5, I don't know what age that babies do things. She told her child, "Oh, go and tell dad," in Swedish, "Go and tell dad to get some towels or something." And she went up to her dad and said it in Finnish. And it's just like, how did you know? How did you know to switch language to talk to your parent? It's. And then today I watched a video of a 4-year-old Russian girl speaking 7 languages. Ugh. Then there's me struggling with 2, if not 3. Lemon children finding things easy. I just finished some lapsang souchong chai. Considering making. That sounds real tasty. Sometimes I have days where I chain drink tea, where you just all day you're just like, you know what I need right now? Tea. So you make yourself tea, and then you just have all the tea all day. You finish tea, you think, I might have another one, and then you end up having like 6 or 7 teas in a day, and then you can't stop weeing all day. Kids are so clever with their languages. And that's because there's just like, that's just what their brains do, you know? Their brain is learning a language anyway, so it's just super easy for them to learn another one. So your colonial power, you never have to learn English by default. I know, and I hate it. I hate that English people don't have to learn. Well, like they should, but I hate that it's not necessary for them to learn another language. It's really frustrating. Because I didn't start learning languages until I was 11, and I was too old to learn languages by then. 11? Yeah, in secondary school. I was too old to learn languages by then. That's the joys of being a native English speaker. I mean, it's super useful. But at the same time, I kind of hate it. I hate that I haven't made more of an effort with trying to meet German people out here. Which sounds really stupid, but it frustrates me because I could be fluent, and therefore when I, at some point in the distant future, don't get your hopes up, in the distant future, when I have offspring, I will be able to teach them German and they will be bilingual and it will be amazing. But instead, no, they're going to be monolingual unless I can find unless I have all of the money. If I get all of the money, my children will be going to bilingual schools, but there aren't that many state bilingual schools in Britain. State funded, as in. They're all private schools. The true way to learn a language is to live in the country and speak the language. I didn't realize this until I had my year abroad at school. But I lived in Germany for 3 months and France for 4 months. And my language skills, well, particularly in German, but a little bit in French, improved a lot just because I was surrounded by it all the time and all of my lectures were in that language and blah, blah, blah. When I was at university, it didn't really improve that much. You just learn how to speak it, but you don't actually learn to speak it. I don't know if that makes sense. You think about it too much when you're in school and you're trying to learn it because you're trying to get all the grammar right, you're trying to get all the words right. But yeah. Anna, I don't know if you saw, as in Yanis's. I don't know if you saw on your video, I posted a comment on how to pronounce schedule. I hope it makes sense. I plan to live in France for a year before uni, just perfect it and learn a bit more. Tell you what, one of my friends did for a summer. My friend, or a few people that I went to university with actually worked at Disneyland, in Disneyland Paris, and her French improved a lot there. All of their French improved a lot there, and they weren't that fluent when they went, but when they left, their French was much, much better. So just a little tip if you want to, they didn't work as a character, they worked in the shop or in the cafe or in the restaurant or something. To be fair, talking about how to pronounce schedule here, because Anna, in her planning video that she posted earlier today, I think it was earlier today, yeah, she said she wasn't sure how to pronounce it. She didn't know if it was schedule or schedule. And then I explained how in American English it's schedule, and then in British English it's schedule, but because of TV and films and influences from American English on British English, a lot of people now say schedule, so you can say either. It's like English people saying either instead of either. It is a pet hate of my parents. They hate it. Whenever anyone says either, they're just like, either. But luckily I don't say it. I somehow tuned out and forgot this was playing. I heard everything, but it's like I was in there. How funny. I do that sometimes. I'm just like, you just have it on as background noise. It just fills the silence. It's nice. It's pleasant. Yes, definitely teach your children young different languages. Anna, I hope you bring up your child to speak both Swedish and English so I can communicate with your offspring. I was going to say spawn, but that sounds horrible. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're going to have children soon, but you know. I learned English and pretty unique. I went to international school, so last week. So you must have gone to a school like the one that my boyfriend is teaching at, because there's a big mixture of accents there as well. Yeah, which is really funny. And it's also just like differences in words, because there are some really funny differences in words between American English and British English. What's one that someone asked me the other day? They were just, okay, so instead of an eraser, in Britain we call them rubbers. And in the US, a rubber is a condom. So when somebody's child, so when one of these teachers was at school and wasn't aware of this, a child asked for a rubber, and they got very confused and didn't understand. And I won't go into the next bit because I can't describe that in any other way. You'd never understand me. I'm English, but Geordie. Someone, not saying that it's comparable, because obviously you don't sound the same, but someone taught at that school who had a really thick Liverpudlian accent, and she got on quite well. I think it was the strongest Liverpudlian accent I've ever heard in my life, and children managed to understand her fine, which was amazing, because sometimes I tuned out. I didn't understand her. I call my children tiny humans, but spawn might be more accurate. That's really funny. I get annoyed when people say medias. The singular is medium, plural is media. I like that. I didn't know that. Thank you. I get annoyed when people say paninis, because panini is plural. Panino is singular, but it's probably like panino because I don't speak Italian. But panini is plural, like bikini, plural. I will remember that medias doesn't exist. Oh, it's either and neither. Always either and neither. You say, I'm either going to be doing this or this. You know, for example, I'm either going to go for a walk, or I'm going to stay sat on the sofa. Either is always followed by or. Neither is going to be followed by a nor. So I am neither going for a walk nor a run because I don't want to do either of them. Ta-da! Oh wow, I just used either in the sentence after saying it's always followed by nor. I lied. It isn't always followed by a nor, but you know what I mean. Neither's a negative, either's my personal favorite is that I am Mario's chief interpreter if we are out with friends. If he's not, well, he mumbles. Mario mumbles. It's a problem that he has. So the people on the internet use either when they negate it wrong. Yes, use neither when you use the negative. And yeah, so Mario mumbles a lot when he speaks. That's just something he does. It's fine. It's just him. And yeah, so a lot of the North Americans don't understand what he says, and sometimes I have to translate for him. It's really funny because obviously I live with him. I've lived with him for coming on 4 years. You know, I can understand him pretty well. First time I met his brother was 16, and they had a whole conversation, Mario and his brother, and I had no idea what either of them said. So, come a long way. Come a long way. Is anybody here interested in crystals and minerals? It's not that I'm not interested in crystals and minerals. It's just not something that I've got interested in. Does that make sense? But I'm up for hearing more about them. I had to translate Norfolk for Australians once. That's really funny. I can see that. English does always have exceptions to the rule. It's a pain in the ass. Like, it's such a complicated language to learn. But, oh, itchy schnoz. I live in the US and I have my DNA tested. I'm 63% German, but people living in Germany are only about 44% native German. That's cool. I'd like to have my DNA tested because I know that I'm quite British, but I'd like to know, like, what else my DNA is made up of. Because, yeah, my granddad did a family tree and he went back really far. Bye, Len, take care of your back. Yeah, he went back to the 1500s and still British, still in England. Like to know where I come from. I translated Cockney to Cornish. Yeah, I can imagine that as well. Cockney can confuse me sometimes, depending on, like, if they use slang. English is easy peasy. They have tons of rules. It's great. We do have tons of rules, but we also have tons of exceptions to the rules because we have lots of different influences from different languages and different countries because, well, we've been invaded quite a few times. We've invaded quite a few places. We have a nice melange of cultures and languages. But yeah, my former best friends at Omaha was native German living in the States. I really like German. Yeah, when people say, oh, it's such an ugly language and stuff, it makes me sad because it's not. It's a stunning language. I find it fun. Plus, some of the words are just really funny. I enjoy speaking it, and I just enjoy German. It's super easy to read, and yeah, German is fun. We've had a lot of language chat this what's it? Ooh, green aventurine, that's really nice. I personally like malachite. I don't know if that comes under the crystal and minerals conversation. I know it's a semi-precious stone, but I really enjoy malachite. Quite good on my semi-precious stones. German isn't that aggressive. People say that German is aggressive because whenever they see German spoke, for example, those videos, they're just like, aeroplane, avion, blah, blah, blah. And then the person that says the German word is like, Flugzeug, and they're shouting it in a really aggressive way. If you shout aeroplane in an aggressive way, it's going to sound aggressive. You know? Butterfly, papillon, Schmetterling. If you say Schmetterling, like, But if you shout Schmetterling, it's just going to sound more aggressive. I'm not very good at purling over magic loop. This is something I'm learning with these socks. Yep. But yes. You know, my family is very British. Great fun. I like how logical German words are. It makes me laugh. Like, a Zeug is a thing. So a Flugzeug, which is an aeroplane, is a flying thing. And a Schlagzeug, which is a drum, is a hitty thing. And a Werkzeug is a tool, which is like a work thing. Nilpferd. Nice. Oh, it'll be probably Nilpferd. So something horse. Nilpferd. You know, I find malachite stunning. I think it's real pretty. Cool. I'm going to be 9 more minutes. I'm going to go at 9 o'clock. I hope that's okay, everyone. Oh, Flusspferd. Oh, river horse. Look at me knowing things. I'm really hungry. I had loads of dinner. How am I still hungry? I literally ate like a plate full of leaves with pasta as well. I thought I wasn't ever going to feel hungry again. But 4 hours later, now I'm ravenous. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, Nilpferd. That does make sense. Ich bin Schnappi, das kleine Krokodil. Kommt aus Ägypten, das liegt auf dem Nil. Yeah, no, it's 10 to 9 here. It's almost bedtime, because I'm an old woman, apparently. Sure, I woke up late, but I still have to go to bed early, because apparently I have no energy to do anything ever. Yeah, my hair's got quite a lot of body in it. I don't know quite how that's happened, but oh, I do like a nice beaded cabochon. I haven't done that too much. I haven't beaded too many bezels. You can't hate Schnappi, das klingt, ich bin Schnappi, a kleiner Krokodil, obviously. Almost noon. Time zones, they throw me off every time. I always get amazed by time zones. It's really sad. It's such like a nerdy thing to get amazed about. Obviously, there's different times. The sun's in different places, but you know. Ah, my nose is really itchy. One of my friends that learnt German with me, when I was at school, she didn't continue studying German after doing GCSEs, so she stopped it. But the only thing that she could remember how to say is that she lived in a... Pyjama, I'll make sure that we don't just talk about languages next time. This just happens sometimes. Yeah, the only thing she could remember how to say is that her dream house would be a large pyramid in Egypt on the Nile. That's the only thing she could remember how to say. I'm just like, well, that's a really easy, useful thing to say. Not at all. I've learned quite a few good German songs. Ich habe ein Pony, ich habe 2 Pudel, ich habe 3 Hunde, ich habe 4 Hamster, ich habe 5 Fische, ich habe 6 Vogel, ich habe 7 Katzen, ich habe 8 Kaninchen, ich habe 9 Mäuse, ich habe 10 Meerschweinchen, ich habe 11 Schildkröten, ich habe 12 Schlangen. Excuse any failed pronunciations there. I tried my best. I haven't run out of tea. But that's how we learn animals and numbers in school. But yes, sorry, I'll stop singing language songs. You're here for a knitting natter, and I'm not talking about knitting. That's because I've got a podcast tomorrow. I don't want to, you know, spoiler alert all of my knitting news. But yes. So yeah, this is the first pair of socks that I've ever. I know the Hearst Regenbourg. I don't know that one. Yeah, this first pair of socks I've ever knit out of independently dyed yarn, and I must say, I do enjoy it. It is super soft, and I enjoy soft yarn, which is why I like indie dyed yarn, because it's so much softer than commercial yarn. In my experience, I don't know if that's fully the way. I obviously haven't felt all commercial yarn, but generally, it's much softer, which means it'll be nice on the feet. Having flashbacks to my childhood. Did you have to? You must have done the same German book. What was it called? Das Rad? No, that was a magazine. I can't remember what the German book was called. Probably Advanced German or something. It was green though and had people on bikes on the front, which is why I'm thinking Das Rad. But Das Rad was the magazine that we could order. Which is really sad. This is so sad that I remember all of this. But I don't remember any French songs I sang. Nope. All I remember is Petit Papa Noël, but that's just like a well-known French song. Well-known French Christmas song that I didn't have to learn but learned anyway. Just like the French national anthem, that's one I didn't have to learn but learned anyway. It took me a full afternoon learning that, and I still remember it. I need to learn the German one, I know. All singing live chat comes back into the picture. I'd forgotten about that. That was so funny. Where I would just sing everything. Yeah, no, but that singing was relevant. It's called the Bristol Kids. Oh my goodness, don't say that you had to. The Bristol Kids, did everyone talk like they were from Bristol? Because that would be weird. Oh, Joyeux anniversaire. Yeah, no, I remember that too. Bristol Kids. Yeah, because that must have been really confusing if everyone spoke like they were from Bristol, because that is a thick accent. You're right, my lover, they talk a little bit like this. Maybe not quite so farmer. Apologies to anyone from Bristol. Obviously, this is quite the extreme. They don't talk quite like this, but it's a little bit farmery. Just a little bit. I wish I had a West Country accent. I think it's the best thing ever. I'm stuck with this one. I always complain. I'm just like, I don't have an accent. And then everyone here's just like, yes, you do. You do have an accent. Shut up, Hannah. Your voice is amazing. I'm just like, oh, thank you. I'm just so British. Cool. I'm going to go because I'm talking crap. That is more Cornish. Apologies. I'm going to go. I hope that you're all well. Thank you for joining me on my live stream. I hope that you come back for tomorrow's podcast. It'll probably be up tomorrow evening just because the internet is slow. But I will try to film it early in the morning, and we'll see why. When I say early in the morning, I'm like 10 a.m. That's not that early, but it's early for me. Usually I'm in bed still. But yes, thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with me talking about languages. I don't know if that is something that you were expecting. It wasn't something I was expecting, but at least I didn't have a go at you about how you drink tea. Thank you so much. It was nice to have you here, and I shall see you in tomorrow's video if that is something you're going to be watching. I hope it is. Good night, everyone, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.